Justin Pugh, straight off the couch.
Ingold is the fullback. He'll fake it.
Oh, that's backwards. That's a live ball.
Fumble. That's a fumble. Live ball. Mostert has to catch up with it. Yards on the wash, back to the 25. Here comes the punting unit.
Well, back-to-back 3 and outs, and that time just trying to get a little too cute with it. And you know, you're thinking, okay, we're going to pile this up. Everybody, right? They're piling it up.
Mostly highs. Who's going to win it here in Vegas?
You know, that possession very easily could have ended in a touchdown if Herbert makes a better throw, and they just...
That was a fair catch called for by Turpin, and now a scramble for a loose ball. Chargers know that the Cowboys have the ball on an illegal touch.
If he knocked the ball out of his hands, no, he just dropped it. Lucky to get that one back. So, boy, about 10 yards, 12 yards here.
Kind of watch Ray McCloud go in motion. Trent Williams, the left tackle at the top of the screen. They kind of run into each other, and as Trent Williams looks to regroup, he's got to duck out of the way. That ball.
So the punt's away. Fair catch called. It's muffed!
It is muffed, and the Ravens recover.
If you're the Titans, you can't give more momentum to the Ravens sideline.
Toss out to Velus Jones. The Bears did have a change at center. We saw some of the trouble. Little action here. Flip back. Thrown into double coverage intended for McKinnon. No good.
I mean, that thing clearly comes out. He's lucky he was able to recover and at least give their team a chance to punt. But these last two attempts to pass, if it continues to rain, this is something to keep an eye on.
He just sits and watches here as his offense goes back to work with a 1st and 10. Cousins under pressure just flips it. That's a live ball. And jumping on it is T.J. Edwards.
The backward pass with recovery by Chicago.
One of these two guys, you see Josh Oliver, you saw T.J. Hawkinson come in motion, you would think that one of those guys, and this happened a week ago as well on a similar type boot action play, one of those guys has to know that you got to block down on that. You just have to be ready. And clearly they weren't, and that's just what happened. That attention to detail, especially when you're coming in motion like that.
Singletary, top of your screen as a receiver. Stroud from the pocket fires, and it's intercepted. The first of his career. Zach Braun with the pick. Ball is fumbled on the back end. Let's see what the officials say.
I mean, he's watching the quarterback's eyes all the way. Thinks he's going to go out to the flat. He stays tight inside on the hook. Gets underneath the wide receiver, and there's the first one. Hey, I tell you, I mean, you never want to throw a pick, Chris, but now you don't have to worry about having to talk about that.
4 new Jets on the field, really rotating personnel, and here they bring the house towards Hurts. The pass is deflected and intercepted. Quinnen Williams, big man on the run to the 45-yard line.
He's like, my eyes. It's a great shot of getting the eye drops. My wife probably does that each morning, but she didn't tackle someone right before she does it.
I mean, look at all that. Looks like my son after he finishes dinner.
And I know they're going to get on Irv Smith Jr. because Joe Burrow's the guy, but look where Irv Smith's running that route. He's running that route inside towards the goalposts, and that ball's thrown to the outside over his shoulder.
Taylor adjusts. They're going to hand it off. It's Barkley. He's trying to run. He's not going to get there. Can they get it down? I don't think so. They are not going to do it. 5 seconds and 4. Giants trying to get on the ball. They can't. And that's a terrible, terrible clock management end of the half.
Option is off the table. Now, maybe you get after the coaching staff and say it shouldn't have been an option, but that is unbelievable.
Got to get point.
This one batted down and caught by Herbert.
Wow! They get the pressure inside, and then as Herbert tries to throw it, you see it comes right back to him, and they're locked up in man coverage, so nobody's there in the middle to defend against Herbert.
It's raining. This was supposed to be a little seam go route by Kittle, and I think this ball just comes out of his hand. He just loses it to the boundary.
I don't know that they're in field goal range right now.
By Mac Jones, and he's done this multiple times late in the game where I'm like, oh my gosh, right when you think there's not really a ton of hope, he makes it incredible, and that's one of the best throws of the season.
The awareness to know when to get up, when to get out, let this play develop. See the phantom fake there. Well, they came back to this corner bite. Look, he's going to show the corner, slam on the brakes, get back to the quarterback. The way across the entire field. There goes Devontae Smith. Look at waiting. First window, no. Second window, no. Third window, yes.
Pressure right up the middle. Does a great job. And
neither
right
rule is
here,
incompletion.
Yeah, it's incomplete. Pick route that you don't actually hit somebody, and this is a bad drop. And there you go. A holding call, a drop pass. The Raiders look perfect on a drive, and they kick a field goal.
An incompletion and now a punt.
And as bad as that possession was, the fact they're punting is a good thing, because you even go back to the missed double move throw when it first went up. Yeah.